Now here we are, one more time, for today. So this is Tools on Occasion, SSEEdit. So with SSEEdit, it's a rather commonly used tool. You will need SSEEdit for a lot of stuff, and so I'm going to show you how to install it properly. Because this is a standalone tool and not a mod, there is not a mod manager download option. So when you go to Files to download, manually download it. For this one, we are going to go ahead and go to the Downloads, go to where you have your games folder, create a new folder and name it Tools. Going to open it, save, wait for it to download, and show in folder. Right click, 7-zip, extract. Go ahead and delete the archive. And here is SSEEdit. Let's go ahead and rename it to xEdit. That way it's a little bit easier to update it. Now, let's go into, first of all, MO2. In order to get it in MO2, go to Edit, click Add, Add from File, go to the Games folder, Tools, xEdit, SSEEdit, Open. In the arguments, type -SSE. Another thing that I'm going to change simply for ease of use is go to -B, and go to your games directory, Tools, create a new folder, backup, open it, Control-C, go back, and you now have the proper path to the folder. Append a slash to the end of that. The last one I'm going to do is -sudo ESL. Confirm the capitalization. Which reminds me, that should be a capital B. Now, one other thing, create new files in mod instead of overwrite. For now, we're going to apply this. Okay, go here, create empty mod, name it xEdit output. Check. Go back into edit, select the SSEEdit, and drag down until you find xEdit output. Apply. Now, go here to the plus again, clone select it. Change this to from 1 to QAC, or quick auto clean. Here, add -quick auto clean. Go ahead and click apply. Go ahead and clone select it again. Change this to VQSC. Change quick auto clean to very quick show conflicts. And also do this to xEdit output. Click apply. And go ahead and click OK. In much the same way, for Kortex, go ahead and go to Programs, right click, Add Program, go to Browse, browse to where you have xEdit extracted. Go ahead and change the arguments. Add program again. Once again, go to where you have it extracted. Add -quick auto clean. Okay. Add program. Once again. And very quick show conflicts. And there should be right here. Oh wait, rename this. Oops. QSC. Now for Vortex. Go ahead and click refresh. Click the vertical ellipsis by SSEEdit. Go to the target. This will be that tool. Command line parameters. Save. Repeat. And one more time. Now that you have added this to your mod manager, whether it's Kortex, MO2, or Vortex, go ahead and go into that. I'm going to go in. Alright, so now that you've added the quick auto clean and now that you've added the SSEEdit to your mod manager 3 times, you're going to want to run quick auto clean. Go ahead and click the run button, no matter which mod manager you use, and double click update.esm, allow it to load, and give it a few seconds. Alright, so now update.esm is done, and repeat this process with all 4 vanilla ESMs. When you clean DonGuard, you might need to note something specific about this. Unfortunately, DonGuard has what's called a wild edit. This is not an edit that can be cleaned automatically, generally. So how you do this is by going down to cell, go to block 5, go to block 3, or subblock 3, and click on Riften Ragged Flagon, or the Ragged Flagon. Remove from the record xEzin, and you should be good to go. The reason why you need to do this is because update.esm officially cleans this error. DonGuard does not. Bethesda only updates update.esm, which is overridden by the other 3 DLCs. Therefore, you need to fix that. And okay. Next thing you need to clean, once you have cleaned the 4 plugins, you should notice there's nothing in here that says that is dirty anymore. But you do still need to do something with SkyUI. So go back to the dashboard, open SSEEdit, double click SkyUI, and you will notice there is no Skyrim.esm loaded. So let's go back, right click, select none, select SkyUI, select Skyrim, and click OK. Once it has finished with the background loader, right click on SkyUI, go to Add Masters, select Skyrim, click OK. It will have a warning you want to do. The reason why you do this is because SkyUI references some records from Skyrim.esm which are automatically loaded and referenced properly by the game. However, this can still cause issues such as if you open the in-game mods pane, SkyUI is automatically disabled. There are other issues that might arise. So go ahead and save. One more thing to do though, go ahead and click very quick show conflicts. We already have a few mods in here. They shouldn't really bug out with each other. For instance, ELE. This takes into account, as you might be able to notice by opening all the records, the majority of the edits done by USEP. But it does conflict with USEP. So, in order to hide that, control click ELE and the vanilla plugins that you find, right click and select Create Mod Group. Go ahead and allow it. ELE SSE. We are not going to be doing this with every plugin that we come across. There's many reasons not to. However, we do know ELE itself is a safe plugin. Other plugins, I will tell you if I show them in a video if they're safe or not. Do not generally assume that a plugin is safe to do this with. Go ahead and enable it, and now right click, apply filter to show conflicts again. This should only show conflicts with Scandinavian seasons. There will be several. One thing we know about Scandinavian seasons, it does take into account the update. Generally, weather mods will always be built on updates. The issue will be, though, USEP. Scandinavian seasons is not built on USEP. So we will need to fix this conflict. Scandinavian seasons removes the Skyrim cloudy weather from Winterhold. It adds overcast, fog, clear, clear snow, extreme snow, and extreme fog. This is a fine change because those are all basically just ways to say cloudy, except for the clear snow and the clear SN. Those aren't cloudy, but the other three are pretty cloudy. But then when we come down here, ambient wind eclipse gust A was added to Winterhold. That will need to be patched. Right click, copy as override. You are sure. We are going to be creating all plugins that through this method using .esp with the go ahead and double click new file and change the name to Scandinavian Seasons USEP patch. Enter. The only thing we want to change is add the ambient wind eclipse A. Everything else should be the same. Go ahead and right click. Now, go ahead and select these three. Right click, create mod group. Yes. Name it Scandinavian USEP. Select Scandinavian USEP as where it's going to be stored. Click OK. Select Scandinavian Seasons, Dawnguard, and Update. Right click, create mod group. Yes. Scandinavian Default. Sure, let's go with that. You can name it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter so long as you don't use an already existing name. Double click Scandinavian. And now close, save. Let's go to plugins. There is now USEP here. If you created this plugin by running through Vortex, you will need to go to mods, go to open game mods folder, and mod staging folder. This will probably open in the background. Go ahead and drag it to the side, go to the next one, which should be Skyrim SE folder. Create a new folder, Scandinavian USEP. Go back to the data folder, find the newest file, and the mod group. Drag over to Scandinavian USEP, go back to Scandinavian Seasons, drag the mod group, go to ELE, drag the mod group, restart Vortex, close both windows, apply changes, go to mods, enable, and now in plugins, you should see that something was changed. Vanilla 1.5.97, that was probably the vanilla ESMs. SkyUI, that is where you added the master. Confirm the changes. Give it a second and you should see now Scandinavian Seasons USEP patch. go to Dashboard, click SSEEdit VQSC. You shouldn't see any conflicts remaining on the left side. These are the only conflicts that we will show in this video. Next video I might have a few more, but go ahead and close. If you are using Kortex, instead of going to the data folder, you would go to mod files location. On overwrites folder, it should have a data subfolder, and in that subfolder should be the files that were generated. You are going to be doing basically the exact same thing, only instead, new empty mod, name it Scandinavian, uset, enter. So go to mods folder of Kortex, sort by date modified, double click the most recent, go to mod files, new folder, data, and copy from the override. Or in my case, because I did not use Kortex to run it, I'm going to just copy the version that I hadn't produced in the Vortex folder and then go back, close. Now you should be able to refresh and see it. Select it. Go to Scandinavian Seasons, right click, mod files location, data, overwrite folder, the Scandinavian Seasons mod groups file, or Control X and Control V. Next one, go to ELE, mod files location, data, and once again, the mod groups file. I would like to note, do not copy as I am, instead move. Because if you copy from the overwrite folder, it will remain in the overwrite folder, and if you change it in the mod folder, it will not matter, because overwrite will overwrite it. And go ahead and close it all. Check it in the plugins. Now for the next one. Because of the change we made to, these files should be created automatically in xEdit output. So you're just going to want to go to the tool icon and click refresh. It should appear on the right. Check it, and you should be good to go. One fun thing to note about Vortex, if you use it instead of Kortex or MO2, you can go to the Extensions tab. This may be hidden by default. In order to enable it, go to Settings and Enable. Once in the Extensions tab, go to Find More, scroll through this until you find the xEdit cleaning extension. Will probably be at the bottom for now, simply because of its name. Go ahead and click Install. Click Close. And once you are back into Vortex, you can go to Plugins. And now, instead of having to open xEdit each time, you can right click on any plugin that is dirty and select Clean with xEdit. This is a much simpler way of